Hey, what's going on? Todd Shaw with another episode of the Sawdust Dude. Woo! Appreciate you watching. Cool deal. Hey, listen, guys, got a little kind of quick and easy project, but it's one of those that the homeowner's been complaining about for a while. It's one of those things you see every day and like, I got to do something about it. Hardwood floors in a house where they've added phone lines, cable lines, and things like that. Guys just randomly drilling holes all in the floor. So how do you plug those holes up? Well, stay tuned. We're going to show you how. Got that big hole there. It's just annoying. It's right by this doorway. You see it every day, multiple times a day. I've taken a piece of scrap oak and I've cut out a 3/4. That's a 3/4 inch hole. But I've got some high spots here that you can run this on the sander. Just be real careful and kind of sand it around. I'm going to use a chisel and just take off those high spots and get it to fit. So here's what we're going to do. Nice WoodRiver Chisels here. Pretty cool. And we're just going to shave it down. Yep, going to take a piece of sacrificial wood. And it's just those high spots. Make sure my fingers are out of the way because these chisels are sharp. It's real helpful if you use kind of going against the grain here. Take a piece of sandpaper, a wood rasp or something like that, and just kind of sand some of those rough spots on there. You hold it on the sander, just be careful you don't sand your fingertips off. And we just keep checking it with our hole. Gotta make sure the wood grain pattern is going the same way. That's real important. That'll help camouflage it. Kind of give it a tap to see if it's close to going. Ain't like it wants to. It just got a few spots there. We'll just fine tune it a little bit more. Okay, we got the little piece finally where we want it round, and it's going to fit in the hole nicely. I want it to be snug. Remember, real important, I want the grain pattern going the same way. And I'm gonna put a little, this little Titebond glue on there. Yeah, it doesn't take a whole bunch. This is gonna be a snug fit, but that floor will expand and contract depending on the seasons. And this is a 4-season house. And we're gonna use a little damp cloth. Do want it snug. It needs one more little bump. This house does have a basement, so if you drive it too far, you can retrieve it. Awesome. That looks good. It did kind of shift on me a little bit. Wood grain's kind of not exactly right, exactly like I want it, but that's okay. I'm just gonna give it a little sand right here, nothing too aggressive. Just kind of blend that in. Now, that looks so much better already. Not a lot of gaps in there. There's a little high spot right over here. And good thing, and this is not a walking area, but you wanna do a good job, we'll sand that down. You can always take your chisel too and go back over it, and you know, you can shave off high spots like that, and then that'll be good. I just don't want to cut into the floor. There we go. See, I just kind of cut that sideways, kind of push my chisel along like that. Cleaning up real well, and that is perfect, my friend. That is where we want to be. Now here's some little tools we're going to use here. This is like a golden oak color, but let me get these up here. Mohawk, a brand right there, Mohawk, does these little pro touch-up markers. So these are these big markers like this. They actually come in a set. You can get on Amazon. About 12 of them in a set. Then they make these little brush tip markers, and that's how I made this line right here. And you can mimic these other little grain patterns with these little touch-up markers. And this is what folks use in the furniture industry. And then also, if the gap was too big and I had some spots, like there's a spot back here, I may do this. And these are little fill sticks, and they're just wax. It's what they use in furniture industry. When you're making furniture and there's a ding in it, they just fill that ding with this wax, and you just melt it and then just kind of polish it in. I'm gonna take my my Mohawk fill stick right here. I'm gonna take that fill stick and I'm just gonna melt around here, and I got a color that kind of matches right there. Okay. They do make a little soldering iron that goes with this, but I always just kind of I heat it up. I'm gonna get the wax hot, obviously. It's starting to drip, and I'm just gonna fill that in, just like that, around those edges. And just kind of color it in. I'm gonna let it sit up just for a second, so it'll get firm. But I don't wanna wait too long. You can see how that's looking better already. And I'm just gonna polish it out. Just a little firm pressure there. And now those edges are all filled in. Cool deal. Well, hey, I hope those little tips helped out really on the big thing on this. Having those markers, you know, better skills, better results. It's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be like a brand new board. You can cut out that wood and replace that wood. That would be the only thing that you could do to get a 100%, you know, kind of flawless. But for this homeowner, she goes, I just want a patch. We go down the road, we're going to do something, but I'm sick of looking at that hole. So there you go. She's happy, I'm happy, it's a payday. So there you go, cool deal. Well, listen, I appreciate you watching another episode of The Sawdust Dude, and I'll see you real soon. Woo! Hey, thanks for watching.